Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft Let's Play survival episode. I am super excited because today we're going to be building one of our first redstone farms. Let's get right into it. As you can see, we're starting in the house again. And the reason we're in here is because we have some crafting to do, because we are going to need a fishing pole. And the reason we're going to need a fishing pole is because today we're going to be building an AFK fish farm. Now, outside, out here, I built us a little stairway in the mountain on the other side of our garden. So I'll show you exactly where that is. If we walk around our garden, you can see that I have some cobblestone stairs and a little bit of fencing, and I guess a llama right there who's decided that he would like to hang out with us. Regardless, I built it up to our tower that we made. Ooh, that needs to be cobblestone right there. Those two dirt need to go. Anyways, dude, llama, go away. Inside here, I've hauled out this tower for the most part, and then I built down into here a little place for us to build an AFK fish farm. These chests and hoppers connect down into here in our enchanting room. Anyways, let's get back up there. So yeah, this is the beginning of our AFK fish farm. The first three things you gotta place, well, two things, this double chest and this hopper. Everything underneath is just where I'm sending the items afterward, but you do need at least one chest to get your items, and you do need a hopper going into it like this. All the other items we're going to need to build this are right here. So if you want to take a look at this, this is even probably too many blocks. It's definitely too many stairs and too many slabs. It's just what I have, because that's what it made. I think I only need one slab and one stair, and probably about, I don't know, 15 to 18 blocks altogether, but I wanted a good mix of stone brick and cracked stone brick. I wanted to kind of do a few different things there to make it look a little bit nicer, even though it is inside a stone room. The other really important thing is that your farm, wherever you build it, if you want to try to build this on your world somewhere, needs to see the light of day directly over this hopper, because this is where the water is going to be when you go fishing, is right on this hopper. And you get much better rates if you can see the sky. You can put glass up there, and I plan to. Probably in this episode we're going to put some glass up there, so we'll need to smelt them. That's what I don't have in here, is some glass. But yeah, so let's get right into this. Okay, so first steps. I'm going to put 2 blocks up like this on either side, and 1 block here. Then what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to place a temporary block right there. And I want to place some upside down stairs with the back against that temporary block. And then I can just get rid of it. It probably went in the hopper and all the way down into the chest, which is kind of funny. I then want to place a slab right here. Okay? Inside here is where your water is going to go. I'm not going to place it yet, but that is exactly where our water is going to go. Our next step, we're going to place a couple temporary blocks just really quick. We need to place one there so that we can place a block up here. And then another one there in order to get a block here. I did the same thing to both sides. And as you can see, I'm only using the cracked stone bricks right now. Actually, I want to start using some of the other ones. So what I'm going to do is place these in my offhand and replace a couple of these here and there, just to make it look a little bit nicer. But I was just showing you with the blocks. We're almost done placing blocks. There's only a few more blocks we're actually going to need. And then we're going to start doing redstone. So the next thing we're going to do is I'm now going to place in the water. It goes right on top of this hopper, just like that. After that, I'm going to take our tripwire hooks. I'm going to place one right there, one right there. And you take a piece of string and you put it between the two. Now you can hear, when I step in there, you can hear it activate. The next thing we're going to do is take our iron trap door. I'm going to place it, you place it against this side of the block right here. Right down there. Great. And so now we've got our iron trap door right there. Our next step, if I can get over there, I'm going to place a temporary block right here. Gonna get up here and place a chest. And then I'm going to place another block right there to stop that chest from opening. because we don't want that chest to be able to open. So, like I was saying, if I try to click on this chest, nothing happens. We are super duper 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 close to done right now. We just now had to add a little bit more stuff for the redstone. So, I'm going to put a couple temporary blocks right here. And then I'm going to go boom, 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 boom. So you can see we kind of have this design right now. It goes like this. And then what we're going to do is we're going to take our repeaters. We're going to take the first one. If I can get up there. Here, let me dig a hole real quick. We're going to take our first repeater and stick it right there. Going to put it on 1 tick. Put another repeater and put it on 1 tick. Now, the timings may need to change. This is what I found works best for me, but you might need another tick or 2 or 3, depending on if you're doing this on a server or something. I don't really know. So the timings definitely may need to change depending on like the speed of your computer and your internet connection and things like that. Like all kinds of things seem to affect it. But in general, this is what's been working for me. Then you place 3 redstone right here to connect it up. And now I will kind of explain what's happening here because I think we're just about done. All right, so let me show you how this thing works a little bit. The reason we've stuck a block on top of this chest, it's so that when we click on it with the fishing pole, it neither opens the chest nor casts the fishing pole. Because if we cast the fishing pole on a regular block just like that, it's going to cast it. And we don't want to be constantly casting the fishing pole because the way an AFK fish farm works is that you're going to be clicking constantly. You're going to like weight down one of your keys or something like that in order to be basically constantly clicking. And so we want something we can click on without constantly casting the fishing line. The other thing you can do is use a note block. I used a chest because it technically saves me 1 piece of redstone because the crafting recipe for a note block is basically a chest with redstone in the middle. And yeah, it's just a little bit simpler and easier to use the chest. Of course, you do have to put the block on top then. And if you use a note block and you put a block on top, then it won't make any noise. But if you don't put a block on top, then it will make like it'll make noise as you're using it, which some people like. It's kind of cool. But the basic way that this works is I cast my fishing line into the water, and then you see where the hitbox of the string is. I go just below that so that I'm still clicking on the chest underneath the string, and then I hold down this button. And now I'm fishing, which means I'm constantly clicking, but I'm not recasting the line. It's staying in the water. And as long as the trapdoor is up, I'm going to keep being able to click on this part of the chest. But if the trapdoor goes down when my fishing pole comes out, then I can recast my line because then I'm clicking on the trapdoor and not the chest. And this is the basic way that it works. I'm not super good at explaining it, but what just happened right now is that I actually caught something, and it went down into the chests below in the enchanting room. So that's pretty cool. You can basically just sit here and fish all you want, and this is how it operates. So let's see if we can catch something else right now. I think I've done about as... Oh, here we go. There we go. And you can see it casts again really soon. And if I want to get out, I just go like this. The trapdoor closes. I don't need this chest here anymore. So let me get rid of it. And make sure that everything else is correct back here. We've got enough light in this room and everything. It's a little cramped. I may have to get this room to be a little bit bigger. I didn't entirely intend on the fishing farm being this big. I guess I forgot how big it was. Oh, we've got to get rid of some of this stuff too. Okay, let me clean this up just a little bit and then I'll show you guys again. And back here in the enchanting room, if we look in this chest, you can see there's the dirt we dropped into the hopper, and we caught a puffer fish and a raw fish. And as we keep doing more fishing, we're eventually going to get other fishing rods. Like, we'll actually pull up other stuff like fishing rods and leather and things like that. And we'll start to get magic books and magically enchanted fishing rods and bows, which will be super duper helpful. Eventually, we'll be able to put like mending and luck of the sea and lots of good enchantments on our fishing rod. And we'll also get a fair amount of XP from that farm. So it's something that I've been wanting to build for a little while. And I'm glad we were able to. So we now have an AFK fishing farm, and I did clear up the stairs just a little bit. I wish that block didn't have to be there, but it does. I think the last thing that we need to do is put our glass up there so that nothing accidentally falls in here, because that'd be the last thing we want, is for like some random animal or mob to just come dropping down on us while we're AFKing. So let's actually, I'm almost positive I have some sand. We can just smelt that up real quick and go throw the glass up there. Alright, the sand is cooking up. hopefully about to make some glass. Okay, we now have glass. I'll throw that in our inventory, and we will head up and around. We've got to get up almost all the way towards the top of our tower on the side of the mountain, because that's how far up the window goes. So I got up here, and it looks like I found the right spot, so I'm just going to cover that up. There we go. Now we've got some light coming up from the sky, shining right down directly into our fishing farm, so that our fishing farm thinks that it's outside and gives us better rates. We're up here by the top of our little torch tower, which is pretty exciting. I'm going to head back down because actually I've got another plan of some stuff I want to get done in this episode, so let's get right to it. So the next order of business right now is for me to go get some slime. I want to get some slime balls. Why do I keep walking this way? The best way to get to the swamp is over here. And so for those of you who don't know anything about slimes, there are two different ways that slimes can spawn. They look like big green jello cubes who try to hit you. And when you hit them, they break into smaller jello cubes. Okay, there's the swamp right there. The two ways that they spawn is, one, there are certain chunks, like just areas of Minecraft that they will spawn in below level 30, regardless of the lighting level. So it can even be light in there, and they'll still spawn, which makes it really easy to actually build slime farms that only spawn slimes, because you can light it up and no other mobs will spawn except for the slimes in those slime chunks. And there's ways you can determine where a slime chunk is. There's not really an easy way to do it within Minecraft, but if you write down what the seed of your world is and search it online to find, like, if you go look for like a slime chunk finder, you'll be able to find things like that. You can also like find like biome finders and things like that will find all kinds of stuff in your seed. And actually the way that you get your seed is you type /seed and hit enter, and they give you this string of numbers. So if anyone wants to write that down, this is the seed I'm playing on, and you're welcome to enjoy this world as much as you want. It obviously won't have any of the stuff that I built, but it'll be the same. And here is our current coordinates as well. 33 on the X, 501 on the Z. So that's where we reside. I mean, our house is just back there a little bit, but that's basically where we reside. Right now I'm headed towards this swamp biome because I want to get some slime, because this is the other place that slimes will sometimes spawn. At night in a swamp biome. But only between particular levels. So like you can't build a mob farm up in the air in a swamp biome and have them spawn, but you can have them spawn on the ground. So I'm going to keep heading this way. I'm going to get us into the center of the swamp, and then I'm going to talk about what our plan is for getting some slime. So I am up on a tree, roughly in the center of the swamp. And the reason I'm doing that is I want to be loading as much of the swamp biome as possible. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to pillar up pretty high. And when I get to the top, I'm going to wait there and let it become nighttime so that mobs start spawning on the ground. And then I'm going to basically wait for it to become day again. And most of the other mobs will burn up, but slimes will stay alive. So will creepers and spiders. So I'll have to be dealing with those. Luckily, the spiders won't try to fight us in the daytime. But the slimes that have spawned in are all going to stay alive as well. And then I can go kill them with our axe, and we can collect slime balls for them, because there's some stuff I want to make using slime balls in the near future. Alright, so I built us this little 3x3 platform up at the top with a couple torches on it. That way, just in case spiders crawl up here, they can't knock us off. And it'll be harder for skeletons to shoot us off as well. And now I'm just waiting for it to become nighttime. It looks like it's going to be nighttime soon. I can already see it getting a little bit dark, so I guess we timed this right. I'll bring you guys back in just a second once it's actually, you know, the sun's a little bit more set. And the sun is now set, so let's take around and see if anything is spawning down there. I'm not seeing anything yet. Why is nothing spawning? I'm not too far away. I mean, I may want to get a little bit lower. Maybe, okay, no, we're getting spawns now. I see a creeper all the way over there, so we should be pretty good. Yeah, and there's a zombie. There's a skeleton, so things are starting to spawn in, which is good. Do I see any slimes yet? What I want is slime. Well, I'm going to wait here around for a little while. This could take a little while, but we should get some slime soon. Oh, look, a cow. Maybe that's the one that I lost on my way back here. I don't know. Well, anyway, I'm going to wait here for a little while, and see if we can get some slime spawn. In the daytime, I might bring you guys back for the killing of the slime so we can collect the slime balls. And the sun is now rising, which means some of these other mobs should start burning up. I'm still not seeing any slimes, but I want to head down there and check it out. I may have to do this a couple more times to see if I can actually get any slime. I'm not really sure. This could take a while. Maybe I'll see if I can come up with any better systems for how to get these. Okay, so we're approaching the slime, 2 Endermen, and a creeper. I don't much like the fact that the Endermen are here, but we do have the slime coming at us now. Hey, it's working. We're getting some drops from these guys. I'm making sure to look down this whole time because we've got these Endermen right here. I looked at him. Let's fight him. No ender pearl. Okay, well, whatever. The reason I built this dirt here is because he's too tall to fit underneath it, so he couldn't reach me. So it's a good tip for fighting endermen if you want to. Anyways, let's see what we got. We got 8 slime balls. That's great. That's perfect. Well, that's all we need for right now. Eventually, we'll probably actually start a slime farm, but for right now, 8 slime balls is plenty. So let's get back home. I found a ravine. We may have to come back here sometime. I see some iron and stuff down there. So we may have to remember that there's this ravine over here and come back sometime and, I don't know, see what we can find. Is this a ravine? Oh, this is just like a little short one. It doesn't actually have anything in it. That's okay. I'm going to keep heading home. Okay, so we're getting home right now. Coming inside. I'm going to drop off some of this stuff we got from some of the mobs we killed. I guess we don't have a place for eggs yet. I'll just set them there. And I'll take this string. And let's see if I can actually see how this thing is made. I'm not sure where I would find the recipe. It's not going to be in redstone. Hey, there it is. Okay, so what I just made was a lead. I actually made 2 leads. Let me put the slime ball and the string in there. And I'm going to go get... The reason I'm getting a lead is because I've been seeing all these llamas around, and I kind of want one. And you can ride a llama, but you can't really control them, so you kind of have to get them around with a lead. But I see one right here. And I think it's time we added a llama to the family. Come here, llama. So you just click on him with the lead, and then he's on it. And then you just walk him this way. And he'll just keep following you. And actually, the nifty thing about llamas is that you can have up to like 10 llamas following this guy. They form what's called a caravan. And they'll just like follow each other. So you only need 1 lead to get like 10 llamas, which is pretty great. You can see there's more llamas up there, but I don't need those llamas. I just want the 1. And I think, let's think. I think his name is going to be Custard. This is Custard the llama, and we're going to be putting him in the pen with Percival. So come on, Custard. Great, and then I just click on him again and I get the lead back. Custard, you're going to stay in here until we get another name tag so we can actually name him. So I'm going to put these, actually I'm going to put the leads in here with some of my other tools. And then the thing that I want to do real quick is make, I think you just make it with, yeah. I want to put, you can actually put carpets onto a llama. Or a chest, but right now I'm going to put a carpet on him. You have to keep kind of clicking on him and he might kind of buck you off. Oh, hit me somehow? I'm not sure why I'm taking damage. Well, I'm going to keep trying to ride him, and eventually he's going to let me, and then I'll be able to put a carpet on him, and I'll show you what that looks like, because it's pretty cool. Hey, I just got the advancement Best Friends Forever for taming an animal. That's because I now just tamed Custard. So if I put this on him, you'll see he now has a nifty little, like, sweater carpet thing on him. Which means if I get off and look at him from out here, this is Custard the Llama, and he's now wearing this. So there we go. I can't wait till we get another name tag and we can name him. Which is actually another good reason to build our AFK fishing farm, is because you can get name tags from those. So pretty soon this thing is just going to get filled up with magic books and name tags and magic fishing poles and a lot of fish, obviously. But yeah, so I'm pretty excited about that. Here, let me close out this crafting thing, and I can put the carpets away in here. And yeah, so I'm thinking, let me check up on my list and see what our next thing to do is. The next thing we're going to need to do in order to get our enchanting set up a little bit better is breed up some more cows. That way we can kill some cows to get their leather. So I'm going to take some of this wheat, and I'm going to start breeding up the cows. And I'm basically just going to do some grinding right now. And I'll bring you guys back when I have a lot more cows. That'll be the plan. Alright, so as you might be able to tell over there, we have a lot more cows. I also harvested our garden a bit. I've just been kind of doing some grinding, getting everything set up the way we need to. Now it's time to go kill some cows. And it's never fun to have to go kill the animals, but that's what we're going to have to do. Wow, they're going to be really loud. So I'm going to kill some cows, and I'll be back with you guys in just a bit. This is now all we have left of the cows. Just these 3 babies. But we did collect quite a bit of leather and steak, which is good because we've been kind of at a food shortage for a little while. So we can actually start cooking up this steak in order to have some food that we can actually eat. So let's right now actually go add these into here so we can get those cooking. And we now have 16 leather, which means the next thing that we need to do is make some more bookshelves. Wait, first I need to make actual books. Let's see what we can make here. So we make the paper by going like this. We'll just make all of this. I'm sure we'll have a need for paper later. And we go like this. And we made 16 books. So now that we've got the books, we lay the books across like this. And we made 5 more bookshelves. That's not bad. We can get some good work done with 5 more bookshelves. So I'm going to throw this book in here. And let's see if we can add these around. We can get at least 4 more in on the edges, which is probably exactly what we need right now. So I'm going to add in those bookshelves, and then we're going to see if maybe we can get the actual full enchantment. Because right now I'm pretty sure, yeah, this only gets us to level 28, and we want level 30 enchantments. Okay, so we have this whole big wall of bookshelves right here. I'm going to try clicking on this. 30. Okay, so we now have enough magic books, and we don't need to worry about leather anymore, but the cows will still make a great source of food. So I think the next thing that I want to do is I want to start AFKing to see if we can actually get a better fishing pole, one that we can use all the time. So basically what we're looking for is to do enough fishing to fish up a new fishing pole that has mending on it, because mending is an enchantment that you can put on things that whenever you get XP, it fixes the items that have mending on them, and mending is like pretty much the best enchantment, I'm pretty sure. So if we can get a fishing pole with mending on it, we'll never need to get a new one because we get XP from fishing. So that's the plan right now. We actually have 1 bonus bookshelf, which I guess I'm just gonna throw in here for now. And yeah, I'm gonna go try to do some enchanting. I'm gonna go try to do some fishing. You guys, I think they changed the sound that a fishing pole makes. I'm not sure how well you guys can actually hear that, but I'm pretty sure they changed the sound. Anyway, I'm here now, and I'm going to do some AFK fishing to see what we can get, and I'll check in with you guys again before the end of the episode to kind of show you guys what we've managed to fish up. But real quick, I want to show you kind of how the AFK part of the AFK fish farm works. So what I'm going to do is right now, this is set to right click, right? What I'm going to do is hit escape, options, controls, and if I scroll down, use item place block is set to right click. I'm going to set it to backslash. So that now, when I hit right click, nothing's happening. But when I click my backslash, it throws my button. And the reason I'm doing that is because that's the easiest key for me to weight down on my keyboard. You could pick any key you wanted on your keyboard, and then you just set something on top of it so that it's always being pressed down. And you can see I just throwing it like crazy. But if I do it right here, and I aim just below the string, and I hold it down, now I'm AFK fishing, and I can actually just walk away from the keyboard right now as long as I weight this key down, and I'll just keep getting stuff, just like that. So I'm going to do that for a little while, and I'll check back in with you guys in just a little bit. Alright, so I'm back from doing some AFKing, and I thought we'd come look in the chest together to see what we have. I've looked once because I did break one fishing pole. I used it to the point where it broke and had to make a new one. And I did look in the chest then to see if there were any new fishing poles, and there weren't. So I just made a new one and used that one all the way up, and now I'm going to come see if we got any cool new magic fishing rods that we can use. So let's open it up, and it looks like we do. It has Lure 2, Unbreaking 3, and Curse of Vanishing. Curse of Vanishing, I think that just means that if I am holding it and I die, it disappears instead of like falling on the ground with the rest of my items. But Lure 2 and Unbreaking 3 are good to have. It's not mending, so unfortunately we don't have mending, but I will definitely try to repair this up and use it. Over here we also have a magic book with Efficiency 4, Power 4, Looting 3, Fortune 3. Oh goodness, I don't even know what to use that on. I'm not even sure what we should use that on. I love having Looting 3. I also love having Fortune 3. I'll have to think about that. I'll have to think about where we should put that. But the other really exciting thing is that we now have these two name tags, which means we're going to name our new llama. Get that name tag out of the way so I don't accidentally use it. Let me head out here. Come on. Okay, there we go. Custard and Percival. We now have a llama named Custard. There we go. Okay, I'm pretty excited about that now that we got those name tags. And we even have one other name tag that we can use for something else down the road. I think what I'm going to do now is actually use these right here, because this is exactly what I need to make a new fishing pole. And here, let me do that real quick and I'll be right back. Right, okay, I'm back. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this fishing pole and this one and combine them together. It costs me 2 levels, and it means now I have a brand new fishing pole that's not, because this one's like almost broken. I have a brand new one with Unbreaking 3, so this should last a lot longer. The other really exciting thing that we got that I already did this with was this bow that I'm currently holding in my hotbar. This bow has Power 4, Flame, Unbreaking 3, and Infinity, which is awesome. I absolutely love this. There's almost not much better we could get. I think we can get Power 5, so at some point if we find another Power 4 book, we can combine them and make it Power 5. But this is a great bow. Now all we really need is one more arrow. And then because we have the Infinity enchantment, it will use that same arrow over and over again forever. So I just need to get like one more feather. So I'm actually going to run up here and see if I can find some chickens real quick. Alright, I just got 2 feathers for killing that chicken, which means now I have enough feathers, I only need 1, to make arrows. And then I'll never need to make more arrows as long as I have this bow, which is fantastic. That's a really awesome thing to have right now at this point in the game. So I'm going to run back home and I'm going to make some arrows, and then let's test out our bow. Okay, I'm right here and I'm making arrows. I'm using both feathers, just because why not? We now have 8 arrows. Cool. I'm going to put this name tag in here so we don't lose it. I don't know what we're going to use it for. We're going to eventually have a lot of name tags if we keep doing this fishing, because it's actually a pretty common thing once you get some nice stuff. But let's test this new bow. What's really cool is we have flame on this, which means now we have flaming arrows, which is very, very exciting. I wonder if they stay... They actually go out when you put them in the water. That's pretty cool. And we can't collect the arrows anymore because we didn't actually use that arrow. As you can see, we still have 8. No matter how many we make. Or no, rather, no matter how many we shoot, we still have 8 arrows. which is very, very exciting. I'm really excited about this bow right here. Real quick, I thought I'd let you all know that I've decided to put this book on my axe because we can use efficiency, looting, and fortune on this thing. Unfortunately, power is only for bows, so I'm not going to use that. But this will help out our axe, and it'll make it more common. Looting makes it's only giving us fortune. Well, then never mind. Maybe I won't do that. Maybe I'll put this on here and get efficiency 4, fortune 3. We'll just have to wait for another time when we can get looting. I really do want looting on my axe, but I guess this is what we're gonna do. It cost me 10 levels. That's okay. I can spend 10 levels. We now have a diamond pickaxe with efficiency 4 and fortune 3. And what fortune is going to do is it's gonna make it so that like when we mine diamonds, it's gonna give us more diamonds. Every time I walk too slowly through this door, and I end up missing it. I need to walk faster through it. It's because I slow down right before I go outside. I'm not really sure why. Anyway. I hope you guys really enjoyed this episode. I had a lot of fun. I'm really excited about the fact that we have this AFK fish farm because it means we're going to get lots of new enchantments and lots of cool gear. Pretty soon I want to have mending on just about all of our items so that we can just like, every time we're getting XP, all of our items are being repaired so we don't have to keep making new items and getting new enchantments. That's the goal anyway. I had a lot of fun making it. I'm really glad that we have our new llama Custard. Pretty soon I probably want to get a dog. I think it'd be fun to have a pet dog too. I kind of like collecting some of these cool animals. Maybe we'll use that other name tag to name our dog. Anyway, I plan to do some more AFKing at the fishing farm and getting as much stuff as we can. Now that we have this new fishing pole that is unbreaking, it's going to last even longer, and hopefully we can get a fishing pole with mending on it. That way we never need to get a new one. I think that's about it for me today. I'm just gonna spend a whole lot of time trying to get a lot more magic books and magic fishing poles and name tags and stuff like that. And I am going to see you guys next time. Thank you so much for being your beautiful selves, and I hope you guys have a wonderful time in the meantime. I'll see you guys later.